All right, it says from a military standpoint, it says analysis agreed that the outcome cannot be explained by the failure of a single system, but rather by an inability of Chinese design command and control framework to operate under intensive interface. What is that? Interference and mighty Dominion attacks. It says the U.S. operation exposed the limitations of these architects. It says these architectures. It says when confronted by forces capable of integrating intelligence and electronic warfare. It says combat innovation. It says in special operations with a single operational cycle, confirming that superiority lies not solely in hardware but in the coherence and the reliance of a system as a whole. You see? All right, so let's go here, the Psalms, real quick, in the book of Psalms, the 55th chapter. The 55th chapter and the 20th verse. Right? It says he put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him, and he had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but his war was in his heart, and his words were softer than oil, yet were he drawing swords. Cast thy burden upon the Lord Yahweh. It says, and he shall sustain thee, and he shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. It says, but thou, O Yahweh, shall bring them down into the pit. And that's talking about they're going into slavery, man. Esau, Edom, and these other nations, they going right into slavery, man. You see? It says into the pit of destruction. It says, bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. You see, but I will trust in thee. So let me get Revelation 6. Right? Because this man was put on the earth to be the destroyer, to be a vagabond and a fugitive in the earth, to be the destroyer, right? The red man, the red horse. You see? So this is Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, right? Esau. You see? Esau, Edom. Right? The horse meaning power. You see? So this man is in his power. Okay? He's the double that's in power right now. Right? It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and that there was given unto him a great sword. And that great sword is talking about, obviously, the ICBM missile, the intercontinental ballistic missile, as we know, its defense systems, these robotics, all of this military buildup of weaponry, right? You see? And this is what's going on, right? Okay? So let me get this here. And to take peace from the earth and to destroy, right? And to kill. You see? And that's it, and that's what he's all about. Okay? Okay? Let's jump down here to verse number 8. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. There you go, pale horse, and that's Esau. Okay? Right? You see? He's that dragon, that serpent. Right? You know? It says, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. See, and with the beasts of the earth. Right? So their eyes sit out with fatness, right? So they over there, they're getting all these resources. They going over there stealing and robbing and raping and pillaging, right? And doing all these things over there in this nation, setting up their puppets, right? To push off their agenda, the tiny tops and so on and so forth, right? Spearheaded by who? Right? Because who's the front face of it? Nero 47. You see? Doing the bidding of the elites, the super elites, right? You see? So let's go to Psalm 73 real quick. Psalm 73. Psalm 73, and let's go to verse number 4. It says, for there is no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. It says, violence covereth them as a garment, and their eyes stand out with fatness, and they have more than their heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully, meaning proudly, right? They're proud. You see? Okay? Right? And they go throughout the earth speaking wickedness and talking and speaking madness against the Heavenly Father and His Son and against the Israelites, as you can see in verse number 9. It says they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walketh through the earth. See? Okay? I didn't want that verse, but hey, the Spirit wanted to come out. It just came out. Right? So let me get Obadiah, right? Because they think that their houses is going to continue forever, right? You see? Matter of fact, let me get Psalms 49 real quick, and then I'm going to get Obadiah 1 and 3. So this is Psalms 49 and 11. Right? It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations, and they call their lands after their own names. There you go, right? So Obadiah, right? Obadiah 1, which is only one chapter in the 3rd verse, it says, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, right? The pride of thy heart have deceived thee. The pride of Esau have deceived him, right? Because this man thinks that he could see what's going on between the race between Moab and Esau, right? Is who's better than who, right? Whose power system, whose structure system, between Russia and all these things like that, and all whose power structure, who got the most capability, missiles and this and that, right? Trying to show who's a power in the earth or a superpower, right, over one another, right? They're fighting and they're jockeying for these things, see? But little do they know that all of them and one is going to be obliterated by Yahushua. All right, it says, who habitation is high, who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right, and that's what he say, who shall bring me down to the ground? But I'm going to tell you who's going to bring you down, like I just told you, Yahushua. All right, and the angels, and they're going to get busy and they're going to take this place down. Okay, Babylon the Great will fall. All right, there's no standing for Babylon the Great. Once these prophecies are fulfilled, this place is out of here. All right? So with that, we're going to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Marakah Kodash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who will well, peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect, the Bayath, Dawadah, the house of David. Shalom.